All right, welcome out everybody. My name is Valcomer. We updated a couple things so that my overlays were working proper for this, our second replay cast of the day. So today we're now going to be watching a week 2 matchup between Phoenix Rising Amethyst and Creepy Crawly Spiders in Division E West. Thanks to the NGS website, I do not know the winner of this match, but let's get diving in here. I am loading everything through the game, so give me just a moment. You'll have to deal with my nice shiny face for a moment. I just finished with my exercise catch-up redemption stream, so I had some burpees, some floor exercises, a plank, and some yoga poses, thanks to some wonderful community members such as Raka, Weenus, and Dax. So, let's see. I've got the match files. I am loading match 1. I don't even know what map we're on yet because it just tells me the date and the teams. So here we go. It is loading now. It looks like we're going to be on Alterac Pass. So we're going to come in here with the draft screen. Oh, we got to change the size of that logo from CCS4. Let's see if it's that way in game. No, in game it's pretty clean. But the draft screen, it would be all sorts out of line here. So we're going to stick to the in-game one for right now. Again, my name is Valcomer. I'm from Can't Counterpick Stupid. You can see my purple logo down on the bottom left. We're casting for Nexus Gaming Series. You can see their wonderful orange logo on the bottom right. We have two teams here, Phoenix Rising Amethyst, who has been in division or with the Phoenix Rising group for a few seasons now. I do know they're in E West this season. I think they've been in E West a couple of times. And Creepy Crawly Spiders, being a sister team of mine, is a new team in E West as well. We refer to them as CCS4. So, all right, we're going to zoom this out here. Introduce our teams. We've got Demon Grand on the Asmodan, Little Barista on the right wing, Space Pope on the Stitches, Docket on the Diva, and Sylvester Chung on the Falstad. Here on the side of Creepy Crawly Spiders, we have Dom Scythe on the Samuro, Cordona on the Rhaegar, Calm on Zagara, Sparhawk on Tassadar, which that would then leave us Gib as Johanna. All right. We see that fun. Yes. I missed some of the chat. Ah, yes. Good luck. Have fun. All right, nothing seeming too out of place as far as talents. Infest, definitely a spicy pick, not one that you always see, but if you expect the game to go longer, which sometimes Alterac Pass will do that, you can definitely get some value there. CCS immediately splitting into 3 lanes. PRA sticking to the middle fight. Asmodan has gone north to deal with the Samuro. We see a Brightwing teleport onto the Diva there, and CCS clears the wave and backs up. Zagara down here plunking away, but Diva is now here also. And Zagara is seeing what damage she can put in. Samuro, I've faced Dom Samuro. I don't really like going against it. Oh, we see Zagara demeching the Diva down here. And Samuro's got Asmodan down to half health. Whew. In the mid lane, we do see the quick clear on the red side, and the blue side still cleaning that up, but red is on that camp just shortly after a minute. Take a sip of water. Diva getting mighty low down here. She is looking for that mech, resetting that life. Zagara wisely backs up in that case. Now she was the one lower health. Earlier cap on the side of the red team, CCS. And Johanna having a little bit better wave clear than Stitches, particularly this early in the game. Falstad and Brightwing nearly have theirs done, but the wave is crashing here in the mid. The camp a little ways behind, so I don't know how much value they're going to get out of that camp, since it will now be smacking up against that. And another Diva D-Mech down in the bottom lane. So PR cleaning this one up very well. They did lose the gate from that, though. Falstad flying top, putting some pressure onto the Samuro there. But that just lets our red team kind of push in here. They've gotten one of the cannon towers. The other one's about a fourth of its health left. And Stitch and Brightwing are defending, but it's definitely a difficult defense with not having your wave clear. Everybody out there, how's my sound today? I know in the first one I had the mic volume and the game volume backwards, so I was rather quiet and the game rather loud. Big dunk from Asmodan, getting those stacks about 1/4 of the way to having his baseline 200, or his level 1. The baseline goes up to 400. I'm interested to see with our good friend Zagara here. Alright, so she would already have 17% additional damage from this, plus the 125 that you get baseline. So if she gets to keep stacking that, she's going to be an absolute late game push powerhouse. We do see the prison camp spawning here in the bottom lane. CCS quickly going for their back camp again. Sometimes thought of as the 4th lane of experience on this map. Stitches is deep in, but with his health pool, plus that big heal from Brightwing, he is just fine. No one's taken him down. Zagara also stacking at level 4. I think with the chance of the match going late, that we could see some power in that. Samuro doing a hearth trick, and he's back! They're not bugs, they're features, ladies and gentlemen. Tassadar holding in the mid lane. That camp did push. PRA could get their camp again, but they are right now on the heavy defense. CCS pushing into top lane with that trio. Tassadar cleaning up mid. Samuro constantly picking up that experience bottom. So will this gamble from CCS pay off? We'll see. Right now they're definitely getting some solid siege into it. Falstad can fly down at any moment. Ooh, a lot of damage going into him. Falstad actually goes down. Johanna taking the tower aggro, backing off, waiting for those sweet heals from Rhaegar. Samuro in here delaying, but the channel keeps going. 5 seconds more and PRA will have it. CCS giving the first objective, but taking the entire top fort, as well as some damage into mid lane. The rest of the cannon towers gone there. PRA answering in the bottom now, saying we're already here from the prison camp. Let's see what value we can get and prep this lane. Samuro hearthing again. We'll see if he miraculously returns. Oh, he did not. He is still all the way back at the core like every other hero. But we're getting some solid siege from PRA down here. Oh, teleport in to the Falstad. Yeah, this bottom fort goes down. CCS heavily defending the mid. There's not going to be any pressure there. Tassadar playing cleanup in the top, and Samuro dancing around bottom. But this cavalry is still very healthy down here. And with the extra damage, Asmodan, so the aura here around the cavalry does provide a damage boost to any heroes in it. And so Asmodan, who already has great siege damage, then getting that boost as well, just can be terrifying on that push. We do see Master of Destruction, so it's that area on the final hit of his all shall burn laser. But solid defense in top and mid lanes. It's just the bottom that was traded for the top. So Samuro goes down. I am tempted to rewind, but we're just going to let it go. I don't know if it was to a big dunk or to a laser or a lucky auto attack, but well done by the Asmodan. PRA going for this bottom boss. A bit of a greedy maneuver, but I think that it is going to work out for him. CCS not really in position to do anything about it. This will get them some more structure on that bottom lane, which we did remove the cannon towers on that keep. So this is going directly onto the keep rather than the keep wall, and we'll see what kind of pressure PRA can get with it. CCS has their camp. They're pushing into that center fort, and it's already halfway down. The members of PRA are here. The big old dunk from Asmodan, and Johanna just gets on the safe side of the friendly wall there. So a successful retreat from the members of CCS. The mid fort down to, we'll say, about 10-15%, somewhere in there. And Zagara is now pelting away at that boss, trying to get it off the bottom keep. I don't think it's going to take the keep at this point with no wave support. but it's definitely chipping away, which every little bit helps in this game. Heroes of the Storm of demolishing structures, as it were. Samuro still dancing around with folks. Johanna being her healthy self there, but staying a little safe as Samuro's doing the primary clear. We do see Bladestorm. Oh, that's true. I never talked about heroics here. So we do have Falling Sword, a very popular pick nowadays with Johanna. We have the Ancestral Healing, the Archon, the Bladestorm, and this is Nidus Network for Zagara, which is going to create even more global pressure for her. For the side of PR Amethyst, we have Blink Heal, we have Demonic Invasion, we have Micro Missiles, Gust, and Gorge. So a lot of boss control on the side of Phoenix Rising that I don't know that we quite have with CCS. Now CCS did finish that center fort. They're trading it for top fort here. They even took the camp of PRA in this null camp, or siege camp as it says here, and they are continuing to push in. Now PR Amethyst toying with the idea of boss. They're now backing. Oh, Samuro almost got a delay there, but he should have seen the backs and is able to warn his team. But half of that keep down to about 25% health on it. The solid unstoppable there by Johanna to stop the ability for Space Pope to gorge. All right, but a lot of damage into this. I mean, that's great setup, and considering it's a little bit farther ahead than the bottom keep here, but I think that this is still anybody's game. I'm liking everything that I'm seeing so far. All right. I saw a lot of blue faces up here in the top, and only one 3-face from Samuro for the red team. Falstad checking the top boss. CCS has claimed the mid camp. If Phoenix Rising does not answer this camp, the camp will take the keep at this point. We do see a bit of a brawl. This is a very even fight as far as talents go. D.Va loses mech. Falstad is there ready to gust if necessary. Decides to hold off on that. D.Va's demeched, and CCS goes for the channel on the prison camp. Sparhawk a little far ahead of his teammates, but we do have now the channel from the Rhaegar. Rhaegar gets it just before the Brightwing's able to spit at him with that arcane flare. Samuro, you can see here on the minimap, diving down to clean up that wave, trying to get 16 ahead of their opponents, and the bottom lane, of course, being, big hook onto the Tassadar. I like the Archon to get away. They'll lose the channel here, but nobody died, so that's a great win, and they're that much closer to level 16. They do have a tap here. Phoenix Rising Amethyst does not have their top or center cap, or tap, excuse me, but they're now capping the prison camp. Samuro sieging while sending some clones up. I think you've got time as CCS to try to get a little bit more of a level lead and possibly even cap your 16s, and they've done so well with ignoring the objective. There's part of me that just says they repeat that again, and it looks like they may be looking at that. Gib face checking a bush, but he's Johanna, so he gets out no problem. Asmodan getting some solid siege in here with that all shall burn. Samuro capping the middle left camp, and we see the trio working on the middle right camp. They give again that cavalry charge with the prison camp, but right here this keep, let's see, we're down to 2,000 health. I don't know that they're going to naturally get it right here, but they're going to be mighty close. I think the cavalry will come in and that'll get cleaned up, but oh, I didn't mean to lock into a Brightwing there, but I haven't learned how yet at this point to not be on the structure without going to a hero first. So setting up for the defense, Samuro sitting here hiding in a bush. We'll see what possible sneakery comes there. CCS backing up, yielding this middle fort, saying that it will go down, and instead looking to protect the bottom keep. 16s, oh, and mid keep goes down to the Samuro shenaniganry, so the sneakery did work out. So mid fort for mid keep while protecting bottom keep. I think that's an okay trade, and that's going to go down. So now the members of CCS gathering up. They've cleared top, they've cleared bottom. They're now working on that mid. It does get a cannon tower and the gate, but the second cannon tower is safe, and PRA is driving towards this boss. I don't know that the members of CCS can quite get there in time, but they're certainly looking at it. Johanna and Rhaegar coming in. We've got Zagara. We got a Gorge on the Rhaegar. Oh, D.Va gets her mech off just in time. Unfortunately, Johanna comes down just to be blasted by said mech right in the face. It looks like the Ancestral may have been hitting the wrong target there, and this is a very difficult situation for CCS here. Zagara goes down. Asmodan's mighty close. Samuro doing all he can to try to remove that. Heal comes out just in time, and it looks like Samuro will now go down as well. And so a very, very tough fight, and well done on the side of Phoenix Rising Amethyst there. So at this point, considering the full team support and the health of this boss, plus the wave, I've got to think top fort is going to fall to the pressure provided by Phoenix Rising Amethyst. CCS, Creepy Crawly Spiders, about to respawn. Samuro's the farthest away there. But this one is down. Now there is 40 armor on the core. I don't know that it's going to fall to this boss, but it is possible. And Phoenix Rising saying, let's go for it. Oh, Stitch is taking a lot of damage. Or excuse me, not Stitches, D.Va. We see the Gorge. The falling sword, unstoppable, coming out. Stitches does go down. D.Va's out of mech. Asmodan is in a tough spot. He goes down. 40 armor, and the core will regenerate as it does on Alterac Pass, and CCS now sees themselves in the driver position. They do want to definitely clear this bottom lane, and they've got a huge wave mid. I don't know that they have the ability to end, but they definitely have the ability to regain control of this map and get 21st. So opting for their camp mid lane, they are now charging towards the Knoll camp here on the other side of the map. Samuro doing the cleanup. I would like to have seen perhaps either a boss call bottom or the bottom fort. I do like this splitting and getting the channel as well, though D.Va's charging in. Oh, big gust from Falstad. So camp stolen by PRA. Well, I suppose camp reclaimed. Hey, Sparhawk, thanks for the first time chatter. So it was a tough thing. You're trying to get control back on the map as much as possible. I don't like the camp necessarily, but I definitely think that could have worked. Sorry, I got a client calling me. I will call him back in a few. He is setting up for an appointment tomorrow when I'm back at work. Ooh, hook goes out, but it misses on the Samuro, that sly little sneaky fellow that he is. Ooh, demonic invasion to unstealth the Samuro. I like that. Boss call from CCS. They've just about got it. Is the Gust up? Gust is, well, I guess Falstad's not here yet, so Gust wouldn't have mattered, but... So, unique interaction there, even though the Johanna was inside Stitch's belly, the Ancestral Part 2 still lands. Samuro doing some cleanup, but with a 4v4 here, CCS keeps pushing in. The boss is sieging on bottom, which will keep pressure off the bottom keep, as well as take that bottom fort for CCS. PRA backing up a little bit. D.Va gets out very close there, and now she's back in mech. Samuro doing his darndest to clean here. Well done, Dom. And the channel keeps going. Oh, I had 2 calls. I may have to take a break between games. They were not both from the same person, but... Samuro taking the back camp, D.Va starting the forward camp. I can't say why one would be front and back other than how close they might be to the prison camp. So CCS grabbing their first objective of the game. This is a scary fight here because Stitches is coming back up. Great unstoppable with the falling sword. Asmodan goes down. Tacidar's on point and darn near invincible between the falling sword healing and his own Archon shield. So fantastic play there by CCS. Now with, ooh, a hook, and a gorge. We've got a gust available. Gust is probably going to be on the rest of the team. Oh, a cleanse comes through. All right, so the cavalry is coming through for CCS 40 seconds before Asmodan and Diva are both on the battlefield here. I definitely think this is still a tough one to try to push in with only one keep down, but CCS is starting to put the pressure in right now. 25% of the core down. We see the Mighty Gust with the Wind Tunnel upgrade there. Johanna's shield comes out, Brightwing goes down, big Ancestral, second step of it, halfway through this core, 3/4 of the way, and it will fall one keep down, and they take the fight and win. Well done, both teams. Creepy Crawly Spiders coming out with the victory on this one. Let's see. We're going to show talents here. Chat will come off in just a second. I can't remember the hotkey to disable that, so the left game will disappear here in just a moment. We definitely see a totem build out of Rhaegar. Every single thing showing totem unless it says Ancestral. Arcane build, Flare build from Brightwing with that Hyper Shift and Phase Shift upgrades. Falstad going auto attack build. Definitely had some great moments there. The Wind Tunnel and the Demonic Invasion from Asmodan. Lots of great stuff here. I definitely think it could have gone either way. The red team ended up getting a few more kills and turned that into a late game advantage. Yeah, I almost was thinking I said that backwards. So while we are working on this next one to load, all right. Let's see, I need my controller here. We're going to say that the first map was Alterac Pass. Creepy Crawly Spiders did win it. Waiting for the game to load back through here for us. Going to drop my controller here a little bit. And we're back for a moment. Everything's loading up, so a fantastic game one. Let's see what game two might yield us. Thanks everybody for being here on this replay cast day. It happens to be a day off for me from the traditional realm of Valk, so we're here on Heroes of the Storm, having a great time. This is our second replay cast today. If you want to know more about it, check out nexusgamingseries.org. You can see that down at the bottom right of the screen. Sure, you're welcome to check out the CCS Discord. That's the group that I'm with. You can see that on there as well. And it looks like game two is going to be Dragonshire. We are loading into that right now. Let me update a couple things on the controller here, and we're going to bring it right back here. While not perfect, it will allow us to do our introduction. So Rhaegar, played by Little Barista, Demon Grand bringing in the Kael'thas this time. Sonya switched, or as our bruiser of choice in this match for Docket. Vala, played by Sylvester Chung, and Anubarak, played by Space Pope. On the side of Creepy Crawly Spiders, we have Calm playing Sylvanas, Cordona playing Tyrande, Dom Scythe reprising his role as Samuro, which we saw to great effect last game, Gib playing Varian, and Savior123 playing the Jaina. Alright. I want to say there's a key for dropping the replay thing here at the bottom, but I don't remember the code. I'll have to look that up later, everybody. But Dragonshire, fantastic map for anybody new to it. There are two control points, both top and bottom, named the Moon Shrine and the Sun Shrine. If you control both of those during a Dragon Knight phase, the Dragon Knight altar will have two beams of blue or red, depending on the team, channeling to it, and the team with the respective color can then channel it, and the stone dragon becomes them, and they get to siege forward. Ooh, a little cheekiness here by the side of Phoenix Rising Amethyst. They are in top lane, seeing if they can catch a rotation, perhaps. Creepy Crawly Spiders hanging out in the mid-bush of what I like to call the Bermuda Triangle. And both teams flinched away. Oh, dive onto Jaina. Jaina's taking a lot of damage. We see the fire on her. Jaina does go down. And 5-man rotation in mid. So even though it sucks to die, right? No one wants to die in a video game. But the amount of experience that Samuro has gained ahead has equaled the amount of experience given up by Jaina dying. So really, it's not the worst thing in the world. Sure, it doesn't look great for the stat sheet. Again, nobody wants it. I gotta worry here a little bit for Tyrande. Alright, she backs out, not knowing where the enemy team is. We do see camps for both teams being taken here. Anubarak owning the Bermuda Triangle. A little bit of experience lead right here for the side of Phoenix Rising Amethyst, having picked up a little bit more of that middle lane. They make sure to cap here on the side of CCS, even delaying some of the experience. So experience changes in the last year or so. They did go to the Wii globes. So after 6 seconds of the large full experience globes, you'll go to what I call the Wii globes, which then still yield 25% of their experience. So, all right, double blue cap on the altars. Kael'thas is potentially in place. He's turning around now. I think Kael'thas is going to get this one. I don't know that Samuro can force it off. And Demon Grand with the finished channel, where will he go? I personally like to go middle this early on a DK. It looks like Demon Grand agrees with me. Good job sneaking into the corner there to be able to not take shots from two. Sylvanas taking out the Vala. I missed that. I was too busy fanboying over Demon Grand's positioning on the Dragon Knight. But well done by the members of CCS. We do see taunt, which we expected from the Varian. Sylvanas up here trying to clean up the Dragon Knight now. Did get the gate, did get the first cannon tower. About halfway, well, not quite halfway, but nearing halfway on the second cannon tower. I actually think they could have gotten it with a few more whacks from the old axe of the Dragon Knight there, but not necessary. Getting some good experience all across the map. Ooh, a cleanse on the Vala. She almost went down again. Dragon Knight expires. We see two people up here. We see the trios down here facing off. Oh, Varian does get stunned. Getting a text from work this time. Sylvanas staying safe in the mid. That does mean there's no damage here in the bottom, and CCS knows that, though they don't know exactly where the Sonya may be. Perhaps she's taken a camp, but she now reveals herself top. Vala rotating back down to the bottom. So equal in the bottom. Ooh, Sylvanas coming down. Let's see if we've got a fight a brewing. Ooh, big damage into the Kael'thas. Kael'thas gets a stun. Sylvanas gets out. And we continue on this back and forth. The edge of the knife to see who's going to get the advantage. Sorry, I had a little bit of a burp there. Ooh, stun. Fantastic shot with the lunar flare there to catch the Kael'thas after the taunt. So PRA is taking this top left camp. CCS opting to try to get macro pressure in the lanes, and Samuro doing his dangerous dance with Sonya. I don't know the matchup here perfectly myself, but it seems pretty even. Samuro being able to, of course, regen through his, what are they? It's not called Wraith Walk, but whatever his Shadow Walk thing is called, plus the Hearth Trick, and Sonya, of course, whirlwinding on Samuro plus clones gets extra healing that way. CCS does get the bottom camp. PRA takes their siege camp for it. Anubarak might die. He does. They do need to clean up this camp here because unfortunately it will just stand right outside of keep range or fort range and slowly shell down that fort. But CCS did get the wall here. They're working on the second cannon tower. Stun goes out. It hits Rhaegar. Living bombs spreading a bit. They are now backing up. About half of that back fort is has fallen now to the siege giants. So if neglected, the siege giants can get mega value in that top lane. But it's a very difficult invasion. PRA did a good job of seeing that CCS was in a different place on the map and took full advantage. Oh, Tyrande gets a little too far forward and gets chunked out. Oh, the yikes. The living bombs passing back and forth, just wrecking the health bars there of CCS. Well done by, let's see, that was Demon Grand. Sorry, Demon Grand, I forgot who was playing the Kael'thas for a moment. Kael'thas is looking for that second channel on the Dragon Knight. It does look like he will get it. At this point, I can either say just trying to finish mid fort or try to finish bottom fort. You've got similar health pools in both scenarios, and I think it's a fine choice. They're getting some good siege in with the Anubarak, the Rhaegar, and the Vala in bottom, so the Kael'thas is just taken down that middle fort here. CCS does respond, leaving just Gib in the bottom. Unfortunately, Varian not known for his anti-siege. Ooh, punt. Tyranda's in the back. That's a scary spot to be in. The Shadowstalk is committed, but she will go down here. Fantastic punt. I don't know how well that was communicated, but it looked very well done by the members of Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Oh, and Varian's in trouble now. You know what? I've not looked at talents at all today. Oh, Varian is Warbringer, not Shield Wall, so does he survive? Barely. Under 100 health. Excuse me, that time was a sneeze. And Sonya dies up top here as Varian gets away. So 2 forts do go down on the side of CCS. Well done and great siege by the members of Phoenix Rising Amethyst. And we're back into that calm for a moment while we are waiting for 13s, the next phase with the altars, perhaps the next team fight. CCS trying to clean up some on the lanes. They did capture the bruiser camp in the top. Gib clearing away as Varian. Unfortunately, Varian is a very tough wave clear hero, but by golly, his sword will eventually take out that whole wave. Camp taken. 4 members in the Bermuda Triangle for PRA. They decide to back up, thinking that CCS will not fall for such a bush gank. 13's now online for the side of Phoenix Rising Amethyst.
It won't be long before the
Not long, and there it is for CCS. Great cleanse by the Rhaegar. We do have the silence. We saw the stun came out. We just saw the ancestral, and everybody walks away. Both teams surviving there. Sonya getting the... Oh, she leapt too. That's why we saw such a quick movement on the mini-map with Sonya there.
Control both shrines.
So 4v5 as the altar phase spawns. PRA going for this bottom camp. Rhaegar certainly being known for his wave clear. Kael'thas just finishing his level 1 quest of Mana Addict, and he is getting another channel. Oh, that shot was so close. Cordona definitely tried, but the travel time was just barely too long in that shot. Dragon Knight going to the top lane here. I find that intriguing. I definitely think that drawing your opponents in 2 directions is worthwhile. Oh, Space Pope dives in. He may be getting surrounded. He's separated from his healer, and CCS does take the opportunity to remove Anubarak. But here in the top lane, Dragon Knight is sieging away without anybody to stop. And so the keep wall is now gone in top lane, and onto the keep Demon Grand goes. Quick punt on the Sylvanas, and Demon Grand is backing out thinking, I don't want to be surrounded there. The mid fort does go down between Vala and Rhaegar, sieging into it. Looks like CCS is waiting for this Kael'thas to pop out of the dragon, but he gets just out in time. 1% health left on the DK, and he's dancing before it explodes. My favorite vehicle dance is probably that of the Triglav. I don't remember the old Garden Tear dance. It's just been too long, but the Triglav dance is a pretty good one. 16's on the side of PRA. Leap, Burrow Charge, a Rain of Vengeance. Varian, we have to say amen to him as he has gone on to the afterlife for the next 30 seconds. snap wave clear coming out there and sieging in. We've got beetles. We've got some fantastic siegers in both Vala and Sonya, and PRA deciding to take the camp invasion and keep pushing. They are 16s. I do think they probably could have pushed a little bit more. And I like this siege in the bottom from PRA. Top cannon tower in the bottom lane goes down. Bottom cannon tower is about half health. We do have the camp here helping them. Great healing out of that Rhaegar. Again, we see a totem build coming out. CCS does defend. We saw a cheeky Samuro perhaps, but oh, the siege camp still plunking away, but it is about to fall with Samuro cleanup. So great map control so far for Phoenix Rising Amethyst. They've got all of the front forts down. They've got positive pressure because of that in all three lanes with the periodic catapults, and they're moving together very well as a group. You can see overall deaths are fairly even between the two teams, 6 on both. I would say that's fairly even. So it's not been a massive one-way shift as far as the deaths on the team, but having those 3 DKs has certainly made it possible for PRA to get all sorts of siege done. We do see all sorts of R buttons pushed so far. We've got Cocoon on Tyrande. We saw the leap come in. Oh, Sylvanas is the first to fall here. I think Varian may be next. He's having trouble getting out. Great route there by Jaina. Rhaegar does cap the Dragon Knight. They've got that camp that it wasn't the first camp. The first one got cleared. This one came from the left-hand side and came around. But DK going into mid. The siege camp still pushing into bottom. Half of that keeps gone. This may even be a 2 keep scenario. I don't know that Amethyst can quite close it out here, but they can definitely open up that core area by knocking out 2 keeps. But maybe there's not a lot of damage going into the Dragon Knight at this point. Still very healthy at 62%. Cordona gets away from the burrow charge. The shields on the Dragon Knight, or on the core, excuse me, are starting to fall. The Dragon Knight just pounding away there. There are no heals because Rhaegar is in the dragon. Kael'thas goes down. Now you've got Rhaegar out of the dragon. Sylvanas on the chase. Rhaegar gets into dog form, and oh, the stun doesn't quite last long enough. Varian is looking to get just one more taunt. He gets it. The cleanse was fantastic. Juggernaut hitting again, and we see that Sonya falls there to the chase from CCS. So what is CCS's answer now that they have a little bit of a power play here? It looks like bottom is the answer. Sylvanas does shut down the fort, and this fort is gone. CCS just sieging into it. Samuro picking up the back camp here. PRA deciding to go to the top left camp. The Samuro player, Ramza, is Dom Scythe of Creepy Crawly Spiders. So they captured the bottom fort. They are now looking at bottom camp. That top left camp is capped by Vala and Rhaegar. Vala was hearthing at full mana. I don't know if they just wanted to see the gymnastics. And double camp here. I would like to see CCS push with this double camp. Possibly even a triple camp here to see. We do have 20s coming online for Phoenix Rising Amethyst. We see Farseer's Blessing, the upgrade to Ancestral Healing. We see the Flamethrower for the long range on this. Oh, Sylvanas is in trouble. The Pyroblast just going crazy. Oh, leap with Ariat Crater. So difficult part there, unfortunately, invading the camp, down 20s and being punished for it. Dom Scythe coming up to clear this top fort. Phoenix Rising Amethyst deciding to clear bottom. I do think given the
There must
reduction
always be a
in
dragon
power
knight.
by having
But
those
will
two
it
players
be
out,
you?
that they could very easily charge the core here with the Dragon Knight that they are working on capping right now. I do think that you almost put Kael'thas in the Dragon Knight again. I know Demon Grand has been in there several times, but having Leap with Ariat Crater and having Rain of Vengeance back up. Vala, uniquely enough here, has not yet picked a 20. Oh, there it is. Farflight Quiver comes in. And doing a little zigzag towards the core, but here comes the Dragon Knight as piloted by Kael'thas, and he is now moving to the bottom lane, confirming that bottom keep. It's a very positive, strategy in that now you have this area is more opened up to be able to fight in the core, and where it's so low, it's not going to take a whole lot of time to get through that. We do see the taunt. We see, ooh, the defensive leap. Cocoon is out. I do still think that the keep is going to fall. Oh, Varian is in. He gets stunned. Big lunar flare stun. Lots of spinning from the Samuro. And solid defense here by CCS. I wrote this fort off a long time ago, and they have survived. Big Ancestral hitting possibly even all 5 members of Phoenix Rising Amethyst. We see this. Does Jaina have her ice block? We hope she does. She does. The ice block wins to the big fiery explosion throwing itself at them. Taunt on the Anubrak. We see the stun. We see the Rain of Vengeance. We also see the living bombs. CCS trying not to spread them too much. But the flamethrower and the ignite just doing absolute work. Oh, Savior goes down again to that ignite, that level 16 talent, so powerful from the Kael'thas. Kael'thas does go down. Big leap with the Ariat Crater means Varian goes down now. And so I've got to think that PRA can now push in with having that lane pressure in 2 lanes and 2 members of CCS down. They are going for this core. It's already been weakened down to 81%, so they are seeing what they can get done. I've got to think this is absolutely possible to end the game. Docket taking a lot of damage from Calm. Cordona's now in there. Calm and Cordona going against Sylvester Chung on the Vala. They get him. And so another 11% chipped off the core for Phoenix Rising Amethyst, but fantastic defense there.
Prepare yourselves, heroes. The shrines will soon be active again.
All right, we've got a quick lull in the action. I'm going to take a quick sip of water here. Camp's taken up. The game at this point still comes down to a single fight. If one team can get a big enough win, CCS can still go through the bottom and end the game. Phoenix Rising Amethyst, of course, has bottom or mid, but it's definitely anyone's game here, and it's going to come down to that team fight. So Samuro out being cheeky, keeping tabs on the enemy team, trying to get a little bits of clear here and there. I would like to see the tank get here a little bit before the damage, but the damage is there. Oh, great split around that. Kael'thas taking a lot of damage. Big leap. Kael'thas going for the pyro. He thinks better of it. Oh, the beetle got Jaina. Oh, the point blank pyroblast. Yes, Raka, it's allowed because I'm the one with the microphone. I just have to do it when people redeem it. So big fight for Amethyst. I don't actually think they need the Dragon Knight. I think it's actually dangerous with a Samuro on the field. But I think capping that bottom one and then pushing forward is a good answer, because at least you'll know if Samuro tries to cap it, you'll have a little bit of lead time. But this is a difficult finish here for Sylvanas to try to take everybody out. But the stuns may be the thing that make it happen. Those defensive stuns from the core. 2 kills. Wow. Samuro comes in and helps clean up. Sylvanas getting damaged. This is kill number 3. And no additional core health went down. Sonya looking to take a camp and a 4th kill here on the bottom. CCS needs to charge through bottom and finish this game. They can try doing it with the Dragon Knight. Cleaning up here definitely feels necessary, but I do think that they could have charged through this bottom, break a sidewall, kill a quick keep, and just go directly onto core with the time that they have. They are positioning for the Dragon Knight. I don't love having Tyrande in it, because then you, of course, have no heals, but it is about to be ready. And, of course, the catapult. I had to resist the urge to fast forward there. Not that I want to do that to these teams. I just, typically when I'm doing coaching in a thing like that where we know what the next 10 seconds are going to look like, I fast forward. So I had to resist that habit. But solid siege coming in here. We do have the Dragon Knight showing up. The members of Phoenix Rising Amethyst are up now, with the exception of Rhaegar, who will be up in just a moment. This bottom keep is falling quite fast. The DK hitting for so much right now. So, structure damage, 1,000 per swing. Zoom back out here. Again, we're seeing that, the defense there. Oh, Jaina did not have Ice Block available. Oh, I heard Demoralizing Shout. Nice. Big silence, that may be what allows them to get away. Now, they've had some miracle defenses so far, but now there's this camp cleaning up the top keep. Is going to be very difficult for CCS to defend here, because Amethyst knows they've got 30 seconds without a lot of the damage and the front line even of CCS. So they take the camp to help them push through. Here they come. Top camp has nearly been cleared here. I think that this is going to be top or bottom here where this all comes through. We do see leap is up, so if Sonya gets a big leap onto, I mean, yes, both of them can get out, but a big leap might just be enough to finish the game here. Oh. And we see 1 kill. We see the cavalry coming in here for CCS. This is going to be a tough one, but there's just so much going into that core now with all of the siege down here between the giants and the catapults. Well done, both teams. Again, we're going to bring up the screens here. We can see loads of siege damage done by both the Samuro and the Kael'thas. Now, the Kael'thas had several times in the Dragon Knight. The Samuro was just off clearing camps with that Blade Storm. We're going to let this linger for a moment. Oh, I say that and then I reflexively hit the escape key. I'm going to take another sip of water here. And we've got a game 3 on our hands, folks. Now, I do hope that game 3 is a little bit faster than game 2, because I'm supposed to pick up kids from school in about 22 minutes, and I still got to go through all the loading screens. So, we're going to bring it back here. While we get this going, we did have a win by Phoenix Rising Amethyst here. So now our scoreboard is updated. Come on, heroes. We got kids to pick up from school. All right, show in folder. All right, we are loading game 3 here, folks. All right, we are going to Sky Temple. Let's bring up the controller. We're going to mark Sky Temple right there. Boom. I don't know who picked it. We don't have that stuff without spoiling ourselves. So, we're just not going to look. But here we come into Sky Temple. We're going to close a few boxes here. Get them out of the way. Again, this is Nexus Gaming Series. We're in a replay cast right here. For anybody wondering about Nexus Gaming Series, you can check out the website, nexusgamingseries.org, which you should be seeing on the screen. If you're interested in CCS, which is where I'm from, you can see the Discord link at the bottom of the screen talking about me. Yeah, here we go. We're going Sky Temple, Barista coming in as the Rhaegar, Demon Grand as the Azmodan, Docket as Dahaka, Tychus is played by Sylvester Chung, Anubarak by Space Pope. On the red side of Creepy Crawly Spiders, we have Sparhawk as Diva, Raynor played by Savior123, Greymane by Dom Scythe. I believe that was going to be Gib as the ETC, and Brightwing is Cordona. Yes, that is correct. All right. Mute another call there. And I have lots of calls to get into. All right.
The temple opens in 10
We're cheating right here. I'm speeding up the clock for this 10 seconds. All right, we're back to normal. We're maybe 2x speed for just a few seconds. All right, positioning around the center, we do see Diva taking the top vision rather safely, being the only one up there. Lots of global presence from the side of Creepy Crawly Spiders. Ugh, getting tongue twisted there. And as far as Phoenix Rising, I think they've got some great pressure between the Tychus and the Azmodan. So we will see how this ends up. Oh, they can't see the game because I'm on the wrong screen. Thank you, Raka, for catching that. No one has died. You had a little bit of radio only for a moment there while watching my face. My apologies. But we are back and in action. Well, you're not invisible, Sparhawk, but Raka's at Valkymer did help my eyes find that message faster. Alright, just Greymane on the camp, Tychus and Rhaegar, so of course they get it a little bit faster. Raynor here, picking up a little bit more. We're going to showcase some talents. We got the Exterminators, that liquid cooling, so the in lane being able to tap with the push of a 1 button. Viciousness for the extra duration on Inner Beast. Prog Rock from the ETC and Hyper Shift on the Brightwing. We do see Beetle build starting off with Legion of Beetles from the Anubarak. The quarterback grenade build starting from Tychus. We do have, what is this? Tissue regeneration. So additional essence and a additional health regen for the Dahaka. Greed, so the additional siege damage for it. And then Totem build again with the Rhaegar. Rhaegar and Tychus getting this camp right away. I quite enjoy that myself. Good work. We are seeing a little bit of siege here from the side of Creepy Crawly Spiders. Having a whole cannon tower is about to fall. And they are now able to piece out and somewhat safely take that, and a little bit of an experience lead. Raynor has been plunking away here in the mid. Let's see if we can check out our experience leaders. Alright, so Diva and Dahaka are our 2 experienced leaders so far. It's a busy day at work. We've got one call that hits everybody and it keeps pinging through. Diva's got a bomb, Dahaka's got a burrow. Who's going to win that? Diva uses the mech to clear. Dahaka and Rhaegar get out of dodge because no one wants to eat a mech to the face. Quickly getting on mid-temple is Azmodan dancing around on that flying manta ray. Brightwing catching the additional soak bottom, getting the hyper shift resets, but also using that global presence to be able to get that level 7 advantage and then phase shift in. Ooh, ooh. That was a great power slide onto the Dahaka. Dahaka taking a lot of damage. The phase shift comes in, the polymorph hits, and Dahaka disappears. So that level 7 advantage came through something fierce. Talent's now getting picked up for it. We do have critical miss, so cleansing with Brightwing's trait will also proc an additional heal. And it's removing a disabling effect, so even Rhaegar slows count. Asmodan, that siege pressure that he brings, ripping down that mid fort after the work that the temple did. Now CCS pushing in on top fort. The cannon towers are gone. They didn't get all of that. They got the kill instead on Dahaka. Dahaka's in deep, and CCS is getting a little bit of chip damage. Diva has left to pick up lanes, but bottom is now being sieged in by that team of Asmodan, Tychus, and Rhaegar, getting the entire wall, and they are taking this camp. So I do feel that this is a lot of time spent up here for CCS. Ooh, the tongue, Brightwing falls. Very good stun by Dahaka. PRA does get the bottom siege camp, and they are sieging in on that fort. I really like their attention to the macro here. They're doing a great job. CCS now getting back into all the lanes, trying to catch back up on the experience here. But a second fort goes down for Phoenix Rising Amethyst against CCS 4. I do think that they're playing a great job. This is a very macro intensive map. If you can get a lead and just avoid your opponents and keep playing kind of a rat Dota style where you run at towers and you're doing guerrilla warfare, if you will, you can be very powerful here on Sky Temple and get leads. Ooh, the long distance burrow from the Anubarak. It looks like he is getting out. Yes, no one dies, but man, that looks scary for a moment for one person and then the other side. So Brightwing versus Dahaka here in the top lane. Dahaka burrows away from the hit from the tower. Are we gonna see a poly? Maybe next. There's the poly, lots of damage. Is this an isolation, or it is an adaptation? Nice. So Dahaka survived very handily there. Diva is going to have trouble clearing all of the pressure that Asmodan and Rhaegar can bring to bear, but also they've got the cannon or the the altar temple, the temple down here firing away, and so it's going to take out top fort. Diva gets chunked by, I'm guessing that was a Titan grenade to finish her, but it says it was Tychus. It certainly looked like an Asmodan dunk. And full tempo going over to the side of Phoenix Rising Amethyst. They've got all the 3 forts down. They got one of the keeps down and some pressure into it. I don't know that they need to force the boss here. I think they shift into that cat and mouse style here of just keeping up the macro pressure across the map. And Phoenix Rising Amethyst has put themselves in a fantastic spot here in the early game. Alright, we all know I'm biased because I'm CCS also, but I'm also biased for this wrapping up in 12 minutes. Sorry, my friends, I gotta pick up Little Mrs. Valk and Little Valk. Ooh, the invade. The liquid cooling was there, but it just wasn't quite enough. We see the Emerald win, we saw the mosh pit, we see everybody has pushed R except Dahaka with adaptation, and nobody dies. Zool rules. This is the most Sky Temple game that they've seen in a while. I do think that it's been a well showcased run of Sky Temple so far, particularly by the side of Phoenix Rising Amethyst. They decide to back off on that fort. I heard a Diva shot from across the screen. ETC in a bit of hurt. He gets out. We see the Emerald Wind committed, and they're out, safely catching that. Sorry, Rakai, I do not live in the same area as you. I don't actually know when we would get a cast in together, but I do think PRA can safely take this boss, seeing so many members of CCS on the map, but they go for the easier stuff in the siege camp and the bottom temple. Sparhawk, you're not supposed to spoil it. But CCS needs probably 2 good team fights to go their way to, it's okay, Sparhawk, to win this map. And I think that for Phoenix Rising Amethyst, they just need 1 really good team fight to win. Greymane just pounding away at this boss. So boss is taken by CCS. Red team gets mid fort. The boss is pushing in. Asmodan finishing the bottom channel. I don't think it's quite going to take this fort or keep, but it's going to be mighty close. And CCS clearing the bottom wave here and siege camp. Levels, the teams are very close. It's just that PRA has that advantage on the map with the structures, and with how the temples fire, you can win the game from the center of the map pretty easily without even Winions being involved. So that boss did take the wall and did take, we'll say, 3/4 of the bottom fort. Oh, do we get a mosh? No, but we get a ton of damage into that Asmodan. Whew. Oh, mosh was committed, but it was interrupted. Brightwing in a bit of a cheeky spot there, but gets out with the teleport. Everyone lives to see the next day. Diva decides to back up. I think that's wise. I do think that for the side of CCS here, yes, you got to maintain lanes, and that's always going to be a constant threat here. But being just before level 16 for PRA, if they could have gone in and just throttled one person. I realize ults were down, and it's easier to say that than to always do that, but perhaps a big power slide wins the day. So PRA getting a little bit of chip damage. It's a very powerful thing to pick up little bits of siege damage in this game. I realize that may sound either very boring or very bland or very hyperbole, depending on your view. But just a little bit of chip damage on a fort, a little bit of chip damage on a keep can absolutely pave the way, where you get those little wins, and then all of a sudden you've taken a keep. You've taken 2 keeps, such as has happened now with PRA. Asmodan's going to get away here, which is fantastic for PRA. And but that chip damage over time, it adds up into winning games. So a 16v16 fight here. I would love to see a hard engage from CCS. Dahaka tunneling away. ETC just gets the mosh cooldown up. PRA knows they've got this camp in the bottom. It looks like they're going for another one. CCS will have to respond to that, but as much of this as they can get safely, the better it is for them. Oh, the first camp goes down, but now a second camp with a very healthy wave takes its place. Gib anchoring in the bush, I think well done there. And CCS is going to finish this channel. They now will have the chance to go and clean up lanes, and that was a very good thing for them. While they have not yet equalized the map, they are as close as they've been in a little bit here. Now there's no forts on the side for Amethyst, and ooh, is this going to be a cheeky invade? It might be. Gibbs anchoring. He's warning his team. Oh, that tongue. Holy smokes. Tychus with a fantastic interrupt there. Is that the nuke option? It was. Alright, down here. Core's under attack. CCS is starting to back up. Diva's even hearthing for it. Ooh. That was a dangerous slide there. But Gib gets away. The core shielding is starting to drop. Oh, looks like I have someone that's about to find themselves banned in my chat. So we don't do the buying viewers here thing. I'm not so worried about buying primes of viewers. So we're going to focus on the game, and I'll get to you in a minute. Ooh, Cocoon. Brightwing gets away. Brightwing dodges the orb from Asmodan. Asmodan goes down. And I feel like I'm lagging. Alright, it all lagged out there for a second, but the chase is on. Big slow. Fantastic totem placement there. And there's a lot of wave here. 4 catapults there. Hurry, Diva. And 20% of that core just melting away to the catapult pressure. Ooh, nice slide away by Gib. Unfortunately, this top temple may finish the game. I think it will. CCS has to get up there. You don't have Abathur to protect the core. You gotta get there. Oh, Gib slides in. It is still shelling away. And just barely too late on the phase shift. And that is going to be game. Congratulations to Phoenix Rising Amethyst for the turnaround reverse sweep. And well done by both teams. Again, everybody out there, go find your way over to nexusgamingseries.org. You can find out more about the league, figure out how to get involved, whether it's broadcasting for you this season, perhaps subbing, but some great things to get connected to. And I'm just getting into my channel so that I can ban someone, and then I'm going to be off. But well played by both teams. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm going to do my traditional sign-off here in just a moment. All right, now we're here. And this person. Is banned. All right, well, thanks everybody for being here. Again, my name is Valcomer of Can't Counterpick Stupid. This has been an NGS replay broadcast. It's been a delight being here with you. As always, keep coming out, keep having fun in the Nexus, and for my part, hi Mom.